Have you ever had one of those moments where life taps you on the shoulder and says, hey, pay attention. This matters more than you think. 2 days ago, I had a procedure at Cleveland Clinic to remove melanoma in situ from my scalp. Yep, melanoma. And I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. My name's Stephen Kofer. Thanks for stopping by. So let me back up. Earlier this summer, I mentioned in another video the 10 harsh realities of being a 47-year-old man, how I get annual skin checkups, just basically to look for skin cancer. And I just had my annual checkup here about a month ago. So for this checkup, it was just like any other normal checkup, nothing urgent. Went down to actually left work in the afternoon, went down to the doctor's office. They do it's like a full body scan where the dermatologist comes in. You know, I'm in a gown and my underwear, and they just go head to toe, looking at your whole body to look for any signs of skin cancer. And there's one spot on my head that I can barely feel. You can feel there's like a little raised area I could feel if I touched it, but other than that, you just sort of forget it's there. It's on the top of my head, so I can't even see it. But my wife was aware of it, and she's been kind of keeping an eye on it for a while. So during this trip to the dermatologist, she said, "You know what? Let's do a biopsy of that spot just to be safe." So of course I said, "Yeah, okay. Well, you know, whatever you think. You're the doctor." So they injected it with some like numbing agent, and then kind of scraped it to take a sample to send out to the lab, and then they cauterized it. Completely painless. I was numb basically the whole time, so it was no problem. They did that. I went back to work, went on with my normal life, right? Going back to being an engineer, being a dad, a husband, playing guitar, filming these videos, right? Living my life. And then about a week later, after the appointment, I got a call from the dermatologist's office, and they said, the biopsy came back. We found melanoma in situ. So it's a stage 0 cancer, where it's kind of still in the top layers of the skin, but it's stage 0, right? So they caught it very early. But still, you know, when you hear that word melanoma, right, your mind immediately goes to the worst possible scenario that you could think of. Like, all right, what does this mean? Like, how, like, has it spread to other areas? Like, you know, who's going to take care of my family if something happens to me, right? Those sort of questions go through your mind. It would require a procedure to go and get that area of skin removed. So fast forward to 2 days ago from today, and I had my appointment at the Cleveland Clinic to go and get it removed. And I remember laying there in the bed, right? So I'm laying there in the doctor's office, bright lights above my head, doctor, a fellow, a couple nurses, right, in the room. We had some soft country music playing, and I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, I'm in this situation because I took 10 minutes out of my busy schedule and went and had this check done. And it was just 10 minutes. And that 10-minute check could have potentially saved me a whole lot of future pain. So they did the procedure. They cut out that area of the skin. I've got a incision up here on my scalp about an inch and a half long or so. I have 4 dissolvable stitches to either end of the incision, and then the center section they left open. I'm not real sure why. I'm not a doctor, but they left the center section open. Then they basically dressed the wound. So that's why I have this bandage on my head. And basically said, here, take Tylenol for any pain, and we'll do the test to check the margins of the skin that they took out, to check to see if they got it all. And then they would let me know, actually either today or day after tomorrow, because tomorrow's Thanksgiving here in the United States, so they probably won't have the lab results tomorrow. But they'll let me know the results, and fingers are crossed that they got all of it, and I won't have to make the drive back to Cleveland for another follow-up appointment. So today I'm a little bit sore, I'm bandaged, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the skillful doctors at the Cleveland Clinic for how well they took care of me. Just excellent care there. And it's strange to be the patient, because I'm usually not the patient when I go to hospitals, but this time I was. I'm grateful for the dermatologist for asking me to do that biopsy, and I'm grateful that we were able to catch it early. I'm tremendously grateful to my wife and my family for all of their support during this difficult, challenging time. And I'm grateful that this is the story that I get to tell, because not everybody gets to tell this version of the story when it comes to cancer. And that's why I'm sharing this story with you today, because this story isn't really about me. It's about you. It's about your future. It's about that little spot on your skin that you're ignoring because you're too busy and you can't take the time to call and schedule an appointment and go have a scan on your own body. Listen, I take care of myself. I exercise, I do my best to eat right, be mindful of my health. I do all the right things. I don't have a family history of melanoma, yet melanoma still showed up. Cancer doesn't care how healthy you are. It doesn't care how old you are. And cancer doesn't care how much you have going on. But here's the good news. Cancer does care about how early you catch it. And catching it early is everything. So here's my request. Honestly, my plea. Call and schedule a skin scan. Not next week, not tomorrow, but today. Not when things slow down, right now. Check your scalp, check your back. Ask somebody to help you. Take photographs. Look for any changes on a regular basis. A 10-minute conversation caught something that could have been a much more difficult conversation down the road. And if sharing this with you causes just one of you to make that call, schedule that appointment, get that check, have that mole looked at, then it makes all of this worth it. And let me know in the comments, because I'd love to hear your story. I'm recovering, I'm okay, and I'm extremely grateful that we caught this early. Please reach out to your doctor and don't wait for that phone call that says melanoma before you get this taken care of. Let my story become the nudge to help you to protect your future.